in the future on our podcast. As mentioned, this is TV&D, the show where we play classic dungeon crawls as classic TV casts. A big thank you to all our subscribers here on Twitch. We really appreciate the support. If you subscribe during the show, we'll be sure to shout you out at some point before we wrap up for the night. I'm Brian. I'm the Game Master. Here, of course, with Carolyn Page, Eli Uden, and Tony Wilson.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
I also said hi.
How's everyone doing today?
Doing good.
Medium. Yes, good.
Yeah, the medium
Busy
feels,
but good.
medium feels
Busy
right.
but good.
You left me with bad? Oh no. I wasn't expecting to have to tell the truth today. Jeez Louise.
Are you all right? Should we dive into that instead of fantasy make-em-ups?
Yeah, Tony, tell us what's
Who's
going
got
on.
a few hours? No, I'm great actually. It's my anniversary today. We're gonna go to Moby's restaurant.
Hey,
You know,
oh.
Moby from being that guy.
I
Yeah.
thought
Moby
I
get
thought that was
canceled?
closed.
Yeah, I
Are
think
you
he
going
did
to
get canceled.
fucking canceled Moby's restaurant for your anniversary?
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Tony, I
It's
thought
it's
that
pretty
restaurant was
problematic.
closed.
They let us book a reservation. Maybe he has multiple. I don't know. We booked this before we knew it was Moby's restaurant, so maybe we got our wires crossed. Maybe it's not. Maybe
probably
it's Fat Boy
vegetarian,
Slim's
right?
restaurant. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
I would love to go to Fat Boy Slim's restaurant. That'd be good.
Well, happy
Fat Boy Slim's
anniversary.
is like definitely the name of a restaurant somewhere. Thank you, Carolyn.
Yes, happy anniversary.
And also thank you, Eli. I saw you slip that in.
Yes.
I noticed. I'm paying attention.
That's
I
what
noticed
you
that
do
Brian
on your
hasn't said anything yet.
anniversary, is you slip it in.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
You guys want to
some
play
do.
D&D or what?
Some do. Okay.
I'm
I'm
just
down
realizing
if
my
you are.
anniversary soon. We got married around the same time. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's true. Happy anniversary ahead of time, Brian. I beat you to it now.
It's funny. I went to Brian's wedding, but not your wedding, Tony. Notice that. Maybe you should invite me to the anniversary dinner.
Kind of
It'd be a
noticed
really
that you
nice
didn't show up.
gesture. Be a nice gesture.
All right.
So we're doing
You
Shark
have 1
Tank.
year to earn my favor. Shark Tank. Oh my god. Tell me more
So
about
this was
this.
we threw a poll up on our Twitter asking what show we should do next, and
chose wrong.
Shark Tank won, and I audibly gulped.
You all had the opportunity to
You
choose.
put a funny
The
You put a
OC.
funny
I know.
option in a poll. What do you think's gonna happen here?
I know. And it's like
Come
I always
on.
have this element of like we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm like, oh fuck.
So do we have a show this week or no?
we do, and I think it's
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
a good one.
All right, great. I showed up, so
Let's see. Is there anything else we should go over? Should we get into it? I think it's time.
Yeah, let's get into it. I hated Shark Tank at first, and then by the end of my experience watching it, I was like, this is entertaining.
I can lose a whole day to it easily.
I mean, it's got like 10 seasons, right? They just
Yeah.
churn it out.
12 or 13, I think, actually.
It
I
just
think
has this
is the 12th
hypnotic
season.
quality of like my dad and I can just be like, who know nothing about anything business wise can just be like, well, that's a smart move.
Yeah.
when I went to Hulu, I saw that they had like season 1 through 7, and then it just like jumped to 12, which made me think that even they kind of lost count after a while. They were just kind of like, yeah, I don't know, probably 12 or something.
Bounced around some
cares?
networks, maybe.
It's more.
I guess actually, if anyone is unfamiliar, Shark Tank is a reality television competition program where investors, business people, entrepreneurs, come to the titular Shark Tank to pitch their business to billionaires in hopes for investors.
It's actually, and it's getting closer to D&D because it's based on a Canadian show called The Dragon's Den. It's the same thing, and I believe the set is decorated like a dragon's den, so it's very... I guess they were like, yeah, we're not going to make this as fucking weird as you guys did up in Canada. But
Canada
In America, we're scared of sharks all the time. It's debilitating.
yeah, it's like, yeah, they're like, oh, it's... And also there's like, maybe people think this is about sharks because people fucking love sharks, man. Dude.
I think Canada is the LARPing cousin of the U.S.
LARPing cousin? Like they dress up
Yeah.
as the U.S.?
Yeah, like, no, they just seem like a LARPing kid to
Like
me.
you have a cousin that LARPs,
Yeah.
and Canada would be that cousin
Where
if
they
Yeah.
go.
your cousin were a country. Got it. Okay.
Anyways, let's play
Yeah.
some
Let's play the
So
standard game.
we had to really like talk about how the fuck do we turn Shark Tank into a fantasy roleplay time. So what we've decided on is that our gang here have made would make original characters who have invented their own magic items. And they would pitch them to our fantasy Shark Tank by having dungeon adventures. And we'll see how that turns out now.
Yeah, cue the music. The shark
Okay.
music.
So I want everyone to imagine. We spent a lot of time in our Frasier season in the mines of Maguffia, this magical mega dungeon that appears to be infinite. If you want to have like a cinematic like tracking shot down the many layers of this dungeon, we eventually reach this underwater domed region. Where this like coliseum that exists in like a bubble. You can see there's a stadium filled with all sorts of magical sea creatures. I'm not sure what the D&D like bullywogs and soghinds. I do not know how to pronounce that. Like the
Stoghind.
Those fish people, those like
those like fish people. It's like SAUGHIN.
Okay.
They're guild, octopus people, starfish people, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Patrick Star somewhere in there.
Starfish flavored water everywhere. Chocolate starfish. That's what it is. Hot dog flavored water.
That's it.
There we are.
That's it. So in the center of this arena, there is, of course, a giant statue of a shark and these very large thrones. Each sitting in each is a half shark, half man investor. These are, of course, these ancient gods of adventure and danger, and they are looking to invest to deem a champion. The greatest among all adventurers, someone who they can put their weight behind in the mortal realm. They have summoned 3 great adventurers before them to prove their mettle, show their ingenuity, and prove to them why they're the best. And we see like a door open, light cascade into the arena as 3 warriors, 3 adventurers step in. Eli, who are you?
I gotta go first. I was hoping for clockwise. All right, Jesus. I'm a very old monk, a very, very old religious man. My name, I believe, is Papa Peter, and I am here with Papa Peter's pious potion, which is normally waters. You can only bless them once, but I've figured out a technique in which I am able to bless one water just like an unbelievable amount of times using a series of different, kind of religious artifacts and magnifying glasses to basically create the most blessed water of all. And I have, a couple vials of it here to demonstrate. I do have a prototype of Papa Peter's pious potion. And so that's, but I'm very frail. That's how I'm demonstrating how good this potion is because I am not in good shape. I'm very old. Yeah, like twice baked potatoes. I'm the guy who figured out how to twice baked potatoes, but it's for blessing potions.
What was your name again?
Papa Peter.
Papa Peter.
Yes.
Papa Peter.
Papa Peter.
Wonderful. Tony, who are you?
I haven't tried a voice yet, so
Neither have I. I'm still working
we'll
on
try
it.
this
It's
out
fine.
now. So like a a dwarf in a polo shirt tucked into khakis, like steps forward, and he talks in a cool voice that maybe sounds like this. Hi, I'm Martin Gumphreys, and I'm from Noblesville, Indiana, and this is the Speak and Spell. And he like gestures to his device, which is like a wand, but it's got like a little ripcord kind of thing that you pull on it, which when pulled will speak a spell for you. So, like, has this ever happened to you? Your dad is in the military and you move around a lot and you don't know any other dwarves, and everyone you know, they like do magic really good, but you're a dwarf and you can't do magic at all. So you gotta all these people making fun of you, and then they're like, you can't do magic, Martin, and so you invent this really cool device, and now you like, it doesn't matter that you can't do magic because your wand does it for you. And now you're just as good as everyone else, even though you can't really choose what spell it does because it's got a little arrow that points to different noises and it makes different spells. Okay.
How did you reverse
I'm searching
engineer?
for 500,000 gold coins in capital for about 4% stake in my company. Bye.
How did you reverse engineer a perfect Kermit the Frog like 2 months after we do Muppets?
The trick is just like, it's like the gun shoots a little to the left, so I just have to shoot a little to the left and I'll hit directly on target. Directly to the right? I don't know. The answer is I don't know, Eli.
All right.
Carolyn, who are you?
Peter.
My name is Bone Truck. I'm a big fucking orc. Huge, massive orc. And as you see, coming into the ring around the great shark statue, you see lights go dim, and then one blue spotlight comes on the orc. You think, oh, this guy, I'm wearing an immaculate suit. So fucking crisp. It's like an immaculate tunic. So crisp. So big and chunky. And then you see, oh, this guy must be smart because he's got teensy little glasses on. Say, he's a thinker. And then I'll show you my product. Is what it is. It's called the Bonker, and it's the biggest fucking hammer you've ever seen.
One of the in the thrones, there are of course sitting these very large half shark, half man humanoids, and one of them like holds up a finger in his like half fin hand, and was like, that appears to just be a big hammer.
Yeah, it's a big fucking hammer, and I'm seeking 100%, 100,000 gold, and I keep 100% of a control. It's a bunker, invest or die.
Unclear on the idea of investments too.
Yeah, we talked about it and I kind of thought we'd figure it out on the fly. I don't quite know how it works, but it makes sense to everybody in the fiction.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with like this. Papa Peter, I make this very good water. It's blessed. It's very powerful.
This is my favorite adventuring party we've ever had.
It's very powerful. I just need a little bit of money to make a move.
Great. So, one of the sharks who looks mysteriously like real world billionaire Robert Herjavec, who in our TV&D fantasy universe has is the god of protecting dungeons. And he has all sorts of like magical protections, dungeon security. And he'll be our first dungeon crawl of this campaign. You'll need to prove to Robert Herjavec, the Shark Man, that you and your magic item are worth investing in by these shark gods. At the end of the adventure, chat, you're gonna get to decide whether Shark Robert Herjavec gives a thumbs up or a thumbs down to who they give their thumbs up to. So beneath his throne, there's like a large, like a portal opens up, like a crack in reality, opening up into Robert Herjavec's dungeon. And you enter it, because if not, we don't really get to play a game.
I refuse to enter. No.
Yeah, me too.
New game, new game.
So you step through the portal and you find yourselves in a stone room.
Oh.
And it's entirely bare aside from the stone floor and stone walls. However, you can see a hallway leading out. And
The X-Wing.
What's that?
It looks like the X-Men logo in that hallway.
So yeah, that's worth noting. So you can see
devastating.
Someone call the burn unit, please. I've been badly burned.
You can see out of the room, through a hallway into a large chamber. There are 2 chests. However, as Carolyn noted, there does seem to be a crackling red rune in the shape of the X-Men logo.
But
it's so be like
it's just like
T-men.
faintly playing around it.
Yeah, this would be the T-men. North-south.
So you guys are on a team, but you also want to be chosen as favorable by the end of this. So you do want to perform the best as champion with your magical weapon.
I very awkwardly interrupt this kind of moment to just offer the sweatiest handshake in the world to my teammates. Just like, oh, I'm Martin. I'm just really excited to be here with you to show you how great the Speak and Spell can be for all of you. I think I just grab frail Papa Peter's hand and I just start shaking it with no regard to just how devastatingly weak he is right now.
As a man of God, I've probably shaken hands with lepers. This is nothing to me. I just simply, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's Papa Peter.
I also shake. What is Carolyn? What's your character's name again?
Bone Truck.
Bone Truck. I shake Bone Truck's Bone Truck.
Born Truck is how you'd say it.
Oh,
common.
Okay.
American
Martin mishears it as Bone Truck and just calls you Mr. Bone Truck. It's just a real pleasure to meet you. Wow, that's some grip you got there. And clearly, like, it's hurting my hand.
Yeah, I was good. I take his hand and squeeze it like really hard. I'm not trying to like hurt him. It's just I'm super fucking strong.
All right. I think it's
now if you were a regular magic user, having your hands operational would be pretty key to performing magic. But I'll show you shortly how it doesn't matter that the severe pain in my right and dominant hand will not matter with the Speak and Spell.
I just reach into my tunic here and pull out, what kind of looks like maybe like the Holy Grail from Monty Python. It's just like a beautiful bejeweled little gold flask. Like it takes too time to take it. And then I sip down, as it glugs out of the bottle, you hear just oh, you hear the Halo theme song. It's just and I just start glowing and I don't get buff or anything, but I just kind of get tight. It's just oh, weird. I turn into one of those real strong, wiry old guys that works out at a playground. And I'm just is it all right? I'm good to go.
Born Truck looks over at Papa Peter and is just hey, you look fit. It looks good on you, mate.
Now I shake Born Truck's hand and you
lift
are
me off the ground
so
a little bit.
strong. Yeah, you're so
Yeah.
shocked by how tight. It's so nice to meet you too.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So- Papa Peter, with your potion, your stats are basically all maxed out right now.
Yes. I do have a +6 to every stat right now.
Oi, you want to use some of that newfound strength and go deal with that X-Men rune, eh?
Everybody knows the X-Men in this.
Yeah, the X-Men, they're a famous group of people who cast runes.
All right, let me think.
Sorcerers.
So I'll walk over and I'll kind of examine the rune. I will say too, like I should know. I don't know if is this rune religious at all? Because if so, I feel like I should have kind of that knowledge of like Arcana.
Tell you what, I'll let you make a intelligence check.
Okay.
It's gonna be D20 plus 6 because your
Because of the potion. I take a
because
potion.
of the potion.
Yeah. All right. D20 plus 6. So 12.
It's if it's of religious origin, you are not familiar with it.
Okay. And now I have to do the other part, right? Which is that
Yes.
every time I make an ability check, I have to roll and
A
see
D6.
if it continues to work. Okay.
Right.
So what is it? If I roll a 1 on a 6, or what's the?
If you're right, 1 on a 6, and if you roll a 1, that stat, the potion begins to fade, and that stat becomes only a +1.
Okay. All right, I keep it.
You're
I
still
keep
good.
the potion.
You're still good.
All right. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
The great thing about Born Truck says into the void, because I assume like the shark gods are kind of omnipotent and watching us go through these trials.
Of course
Yeah.
they are.
He says a great thing about the bunker is what never runs out, because you can always bunk with it because it's a hammer. And then he like bashes it down on the ground to show that it doesn't get used up with one bash.
We have just like they look like security cameras, but they're just like stalks with eyeballs in like the same corners
Yes.
that a CCTV would be.
Oh my god, I love it. Whenever when we do an inevitable Big Brother episode, we'll have that in there.
They all connect back to one disgusting beholder.
Beholder,
that has,
yes.
like extremely
Yeah, that's
long
the
tendrils.
wiring. Is it's just the like stalks just going through the walls.
Someone
Right.
shoot off the cannon.
Oh, making a cannon.
Yeah.
I like
The
it.
words
I
sound
like
the
it.
same.
Okay, so what are we doing?
So I would like to approach the what's going on with the rune?
It's
The
still
rune
going.
is still active. Papa Peter went up to examine it. Couldn't quite make heads or tails of it.
Unfamiliar with.
Okay. I'm
This is a no rune of God.
Born Truck looks at the little dwarf with the wand and goes, "Hey, you got a spell what can take out runes?"
Well, of course I do. The speaking spell has a spell for every occasion, given none of them are officially licensed, as I'm still working on the patents and have been for about the past 10 or 15 years. But I can cast a spell similar to the spell Pit, which would open up a hole in the ground, thus enveloping and demolishing the rune on the ground, presumably eliminating its usefulness. So if you will, I will attempt to cast Holy Hole, similar to but legally distinct from Pit.
Great. I love that. So, what does it look like when you cast a spell from the speaking spell?
I load like a little card into it that looks kind of like a, it's maybe actually more like a Viewmaster than a spell, but like it's like a little card with a sort of uses of the spell that I kind of load into it, and then I pull a rip card, and the wand kind of spins up to speed. Its little mechanical parts clack into place, and then a little voice from inside just goes, "The speaking spell says, holy holes, zippity-doo," and then little cartoon twirls of smokes and like little cartoon lightning bolts kind of erupt forth from the tip of it, as it hopefully works famously well.
It says zippity doo. I think I might invest in this. That's brilliant.
Zippity doo, before you, the hallway just crumbles into this 50-foot pit. So the rune appears dealt with. Like it all just, the stone all crumbled that it was enchanted onto. Now you just have a 10-foot wide, 50-foot deep pit to deal with.
That's one problem solved.
I just go, I'm like, very nice, very good. And then can I don't know which would be more effective, but can I like wall run over the hole? My tiny old van, just try to like ghost runner wall run.
Yeah, make a dex check with
All right.
advantage.
I do a little with advantage. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I already have a +6, Brian.
I
don't know why I'm
I know,
talking
but
myself
like
out
this
of it.
should work. This
I
should work.
I do like a little like what professional sprinters do. You know, where they like stick one leg out and I'm like crouching, and you hear like I'm like 1, 2, 3, and then I run. God, roll the die. Okay, and that's fine. I already get 17 + 6, 23. So I'm like, here we go. just Mario now. Here we go. And I'm like,
Yeah,
so
Chad was saying you've got strong Luigi energy.
yeah. So I would say I not only wall run, I like do like a corkscrew. Like I go onto the wall, onto the ceiling, onto the other wall, and then end up on the other side of the thing where I immediately start thanking whatever deity for the blessing that has given me. Oh, thank you. So, and then I wait for everybody else.
Martin Gumphreys is sweating and intimidated, but like smiling as if this is very cool.
Oh, I have to do my check to see if that still works. What was that? Dex check?
Dex.
Oh fuck! All right, so that took it all out of me.
So your dex is now only a +1.
Yeah. No,
however, I believe you can refill your potion, but that's for everything. Yeah.
Born Truck would like to, Brian, you tell me if this is too much, but don't say that it is. I would like to grab the dwarf onto my back and use my hammer as a pole vault, because there's on my character sheet, it's written about my hammer that it's big. So I would like to pole vault over this hole, carrying the dwarf on my back.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be a dexterity check. You're going to make it with disadvantage because you have the dwarf on your back.
Okay.
And you're going to need to hit let's say a 13 or higher.
Okay. I'm going to do my dex.
Hoping that we each sit and die just immediately.
Yeah, you're part of this now, Tony.
Okay, here we go. I'm rolling dex now. That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20, and I have +3 to dex.
How is it the coolest fucking thing that's ever happened?
It happens exactly as I described.
One hand, he scoops up a dwarf, effortlessly slings him onto his back. He's got the mallet of the hammer in his hands, and he puts the shaft down on the ground and fucking sproings over that, majestically doing a backflip in the air. Lands on the other side, silent as a cat.
I'll clap. Papa Peter will clap. I'm very excited.
Martin Gumphreys ate immediately before the show, and just like he does like a little hot barf, just like in the back of his throat, and
Your
then
character
like
always throws up.
Yeah, what is this, Tony?
No, he
Tony's
keeps it down
always
this time,
puking.
but it goes down the wrong pipe. It goes down the wrong pipe just a little bit, and he coughs a lot.
Oh God.
I'm just playing true to form. You know, you got to play what you know.
He aspirated it. Gross. All right.
Beautiful. So you now find yourselves in another chamber, and let's see. The big thing in this chamber is that there are 2 large chests. One is red, one is green.
Mario
the red one
and Luigi chests.
Oh.
Inscribed on the red one is "Do not open." Inscribed on the green one is "Open." Also to the south is a large metal door with one of those like crank handles you see on a submarine, like airtight.
And the door looks...
It was super locked.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
The crank's in it though. This isn't a Resident Evil situation.
No, crank's in it.
Okay.
Well,
this seems like the oldest trick in the book. I'm gonna be honest.
Has that wand got any like detect magic, like detect good and evil on it?
As a matter of fact, this wand has an amazing ability. You might look at my body and say, "Gosh, I wish this weren't solid matter." That I might cram it into a little hole in a chest that a key would normally go into. Well, what if I told you I can do what you said? Martin Gumpriest would like to cast a spell legally distinct from smoke form on himself to turn his body into a living smoke, so he can look inside both of these chests.
Cool.
Great. What? Yeah. Most importantly, what is the legally distinct form called?
Oh, it's called "Smoke Me If You Got 'Em."
That's the end of the show, everyone. Thank you for watching.
proprietary spell. Do not steal. Original character.
Great. So you cast "Smoke Me If You Got 'Em," and you rip the cord and become a gaseous body. Which chest do you go into first?
Well, Martin Gumpriest is a trusting type of person because he thinks that he really respects the Sharks. He thinks that they just lay it all out on the table, honestly, because that's what he does when he brings good business to the table. Is he wants no tricks and delusions except for the ones in the wand. So he goes into the open chest to see if it is in fact good stuff in there.
Great. So we see Martin's smoke form wisp through the keyhole in the chest. From within, Martin, I'm not sure what your vision looks like when you're in smoke form, but I'm imagining a smoky border around the frame.
Yeah.
And
it looks like in that 70s show when they're going around the
basement. So you can see that the interior of the green chest is lined with velvet, and there are 3 purple orbs resting within. They have a sort of eerie glow to them.
I don't see anything wrong with that. Looks like we got some orbs in here. If anyone knows anything about purple orbs,
I bet I could smash him with a bunker.
Would I know anything about purple orbs? I mean, I guess I need to know more or see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you check out the other chest now?
Can I do that, Brian, with my
yeah. So we see
body?
your we see Martin's smoke form wisp back out of the keyhole, and then in a stream over into the keyhole into the red chest, the one that says "Do not open." And in your smoke form, you suddenly recognize the wet, moist interior that sort of is fleshy, mouth-like. The keyhole shuts kind of behind you, so you cannot now exit. And you are now in the mouth of a mimic.
Oh, he got eaten by a brisket. What?
And its chest is still shut tight, and you're stuck.
Would we know what happened, or we just don't know what happened to him? Did we notice anything?
Currently don't. I mean, he's not dead yet. He's still alive within the chest. But he would have to indicate it somehow that he is in danger.
What's in there?
I would like to indicate that I am in the mouth of a mimic by turning back into my dwarf form, hopefully exploding its face.
That will not explode its face. However,
okay.
the chest,
will it kill me instead? Because I don't want to.
The chest
transforming it into food in something's mouth is the plan here.
Yeah, from
what if I became more delicious?
The chest will begin to buck and rattle, clearly indicating that something is wrong. Let's see. I am going to make an attack roll against you, Martin. Sorry. The dice should be rolling. The dice are not rolling. I have a little thing that says rolling the dice. Okay, I got it. It was an 8 first. It was an 8 that should miss. The stomach acid has not begun to consume you yet.
I love hearing that.
I'd like to try and open the trunk.
Great. So the you go to like fuck with the lid. It is currently in consuming mode, and is the chest is currently locked tight.
Okay. Born truck. Quick thinking. Actually, big reveal in this hammer, the bonker. It actually opens up, and it's Matryoshka dolls. It's like Russian stacking dolls of hammers. And it actually gets progressively smaller and smaller hammers. And he reaches in through all these layers of hammers and takes out the smallest hammer, just the size to pick a lock, and inserts the hammer. He holds the hammer, and then by the bonking part, and then puts the little handle in and picks the lock.
Who's gonna tell
Describe
her?
how long it takes to open all of those to get down to the smallest size.
Quick, because it's my product. I've used it. I designed it. They just it's like a bunch of locks flicking open, latches flicking.
Ryan, are you gonna do it to her?
I didn't want to. The keyhole, when he went in it closed up behind him.
Lock.
There's no lock?
No.
It closed. That's how he got trapped.
Oh no.
I didn't want to do it to you.
Oh no. Sorry. I missed that.
I started to see where it was going. I was like, oh no. No.
Oh no. Okay, well I still have opened it up, and then I see that, and then realize that the lock is gone, and then close two, and then take out a little hammer that's just the size of a dagger and just stab it with a little dagger hammer where the lock would be.
Is
but
it a
just trying
hammer
to
or a
damage
dagger?
it.
It's just a small hammer.
It's a hammer, but it's just small, so you can jab it in there more easily.
Great. In the closed up keyhole?
In where the keyhole was, yeah.
Great.
I'm just gonna poke it really hard, basically.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Okay. That's a 2. I have +6 to strength, so that's an 8 actually.
Still, unfortunately, not enough, and I'm gonna make an attack roll against Martin as the stomach acid flushes. Why is it taking so long to roll dice? Let's see. Tony, that's a 12 versus your AC. I don't think that'll hit.
Whoa.
How are you avoiding?
Take a look.
No, you're a 14. You're all set.
Oh, yeah, I'm sweet.
The stomach acid's just sort of like you're maybe either like it's just splashing on and hitting your armor, or you're positioning yourself somehow within the mimic's mouth body.
Just, like when somebody is full arm spread, like hiding at the top of an elevator, like hoping not to drop a sweat onto them.
Great. Let's see. Papa Peter, did you want to do something?
Yeah. I got a couple questions. Are the lips of the chest still visible?
Yes.
Okay, also, so as a monk, I can use dexterity or strength for melee attacks, right?
Yes.
Because my dex is erased to 1.
Yes.
There's my other question. I can do stunning strike. Would a stunned mimic's mouth pop open? Or would it
give it a very good chance.
Okay. I'll try to do that right on the... So, I kind of walk over and very gently, ask Born Truck. I'm like, it's okay. Take a shot. Try. And
Born Truck's just been poking at it totally ineffectively. He's like, oh, all right, you give it a go. But just so you know, I could bonk it. After, if this doesn't work, I'm going to try and bonk it with the big one.
Yeah. And Papa Peter will kind of just pray and then pull one fist back and just take 2 fingers, and it's almost like a nerve strike.
Yeah.
It just slams his finger into maybe where the lock was, or maybe just where I think I'm supposed to. It's some sort of chakra point.
Hinges, maybe.
Yeah, just some sort of chakra point on this mimic. I just slam it in there. I want to. This seems dexterous, but I'm using strength here, so if I have to change
you're a monk, you can Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Go ahead and make a strength attack roll for me.
Okay. Go. 9 + 6, 15.
Yeah, great. If I roll anything other than a 1, its mouth will fly open. Great. So you throw your fingers into it, and it like knocks the chest back, and it like lazily like
Yeah.
opens the lid of the chest opens. You can see the teeth lining the box, and sure enough, there is Martin elevator sprawled, trying to avoid the stomach acid.
And it's stunned. Should I roll how long it's stunned for?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. So 2 rounds is stunned. And then I have to
Great.
find out if I keep my strength now.
Yes.
No, my strength.
Oh my god.
Alright. So I've used up my blessings of both dexterity and strength.
Wow.
The sharks, as they're watching, was like, it doesn't seem to last very long.
Yeah. Well, I got him out. But yeah, you can see that my sort of like the physical effects aren't as obvious from the potion. I just have the mental, and those effects are sticking with. And then I just reach over and help Martin out of the mimic.
Right.
I've like got my eyes shut. I don't even realize the thing's open until Papa Peter's grabbing me.
Yeah.
I still think he's strong, and I kind of like fall onto him a little too hard, and I'm like, thanks, having fully knocked him over.
So in the green chest, there are 3 purple shining orbs, and then to the south is a metallic door with one of those like submarine turn handles. I'm gonna go to the restroom while you guys talk about what to do next.
Okay.
How are you? All right, have fun.
I am.
I think I'd like to go to the green one and get those orbs.
Yeah.
They're like power grapes.
I don't know if this mimic's gonna wake back up in 2 rounds or not. Like, I don't know if that's
I
gonna
think
give
we're
us
gonna be
enough time.
fucking out of here.
Yeah,
I
we
think
can
we're
be
gonna be out of
quick.
here, and we can take the mimic.
I think it's also very important to say that Martin is extremely embarrassed and like is kind of pontificating to the little camera eyes, being like, as you will have noticed, of course, through the spell was too effective, letting me get into not 1 but 2 chests, and it was also kind of Bone Truck's idea for me to go in the second one. So really, I did a good job, and not a bad one.
I think it was effective. You just got some bad luck. Got eaten.
That's right. Thank you very much, Papa.
I think you can all see that I'm a skilled delegator who will watch this company grow the Bonka company grow and grow. And I like to explore all my options, red trunk and green trunk, and also bonk. And then he takes the hammer and just like bonks the ground. Bonk. That's the catchphrase.
Bonker.
Brian, while you were gone, Carolyn and Eli agreed that I win the prize. So,
Yeah.
Good. Good. That's
great.
Yeah, that saves a lot of time.
Don't ask
Easy
them about
peasy.
that. Because, yeah.
No, we're gonna go. We're gonna explore the green trunk.
Yeah, pop that thing. Let's do it fast before that thing wakes up too.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm
do
like
it
saying
speedy
that. Papa
before
Peter's
the
like,
mimic.
chop chop, pussy. He wake up. He wake up soon.
Pronti.
Pronto.
So you pop open the green chest, and resting in these little divots in the velvet chamber are these 3 glowing purple orbs.
Ooh, I'll take a. I mean, this is clearly the good chest, so like I'm not worried
We'll
about
each
it.
take one.
Great. You each have 1 purple orb.
Do they
It's
smell?
just like a text adventure. I'm like, oh great. Well, what now?
Yeah, let
Use
me
orb.
I'm gonna do an investigation check on this or whatever.
It's you don't even have to make a check. You are currently unclear what their purpose could possibly be.
Okay. I am going to open up the bonker in the second level. The second biggest hammer has a storage unit in it, and I'm going to put the orb in that storage unit and then close the Bonka back up.
Okay. The sharks back in the large coliseum, like, oh, it's got storage. No, that's handy. I like it. No.
I'll just kind of walk over and like wave the purple thing at the door. Seems like it might work. I would be. I do a what is it, like for greater than sign use orb on door.
The handle of the door remains unmoved. Though maybe the glow from the purple orb casts a little bit of a purple glow, like reflects a little bit onto the iron door. But no.
It's not a key. Yeah, I mean, I can I don't know if that's 2 turns, but can I inspect the door with the light from the orb? Like, try to find out what's going on in there with the.
The door just looks like a door. The clear path, like the apparent passes through, is twisting the handle.
Yeah.
The orbs don't seem relevant.
I want to try and twist the handle.
Great. So you begin twisting the handle, probably as. That's about 2 rounds. Probably as the chest begins to stir awake a little bit with a and as you twist the handle and like the door pops open as the seal is broken, water is beginning to pour into the chamber.
I thought that shit was
Like a
locked.
torrent
We
of
made
water.
a big old pit
Locked with
that will
water.
collect all that water.
Yeah.
Really convenient that I thought ahead.
So there's water coming in from the door that we're currently opening.
Yes.
How big are these orbs?
Can they fit over our
About
head?
This size.
Are they like fishbowl, like astronaut helmet?
Nah, they fit in your
Either?
hand.
Like a grapefruit, but purple.
Can we
Can I-
eat them? Are they glass? Are we supposed to smash them?
They are.
What's the solution,
black-
Brian?
They have a glass-ish consistency. They seem pretty hardy, but like if you tried hard enough, you could smash them. And I don't necessarily recommend that.
They're
but
bath
who knows?
bombs. It's gonna smell great. They're from
Can they
Lush.
fit in our? Can they fit in our mouths?
Why don't you find out?
That's the new. Does it look locked?
They're a little more like this. Like they fit in your hand like this.
He's got a
for
big
everyone listening
mouth.
audio, I'm like,
He's an orc.
I can fit that in my. I can fit my hand in my mouth.
Yeah, you should let.
Carolyn, if you can fit your hand in your mouth right now, I'll let you have that orb in your mouth.
Don't do this on.
Somebody describe it for the podcast listeners at home.
Yeah, all right. Born Truck is able to put his orb into his mouth.
Okay, I put it in my mouth, and then I go walk through the water.
I have perhaps a solution. Let me try that
this
again. I'm
whole-
sorry. I have
Papa
perhaps
Peter-
a solution.
Papa Peter finds the orb thing slightly unholy. It's like,
Martin Gumphreys has like pretended not to see it and is kind of shaken as well. So he's kind of given Bone Truck his privacy. I would like to cast another spell here using the Seeking Spell's many features. I have a spell legally distinct from but similar to Gate, which will allow us to open a portal to a random plane, which I could cast just beneath and in front of the door so that all the water rushes out and just floods some people that we don't even know anything about. Like, they're fine. Like, who cares what happens to them? We don't know them.
Exactly. Now you're
I
thinking like an
do.
investor.
Okay, I need to throw this out there. If you open a portal to a random plane, I will let chat decide if it's a good plane or a very bad plane.
yeah, that's a 2-way
Yeah,
door.
but if it's a very bad one, then they deserve to get washed up anyway.
I think it's
so that's
about whether
fine.
they come through.
Can
It's
you?
really kind of a win-win. How are they going to come through? There's water that we can't even get through. You know?
I
You
think this
can't-
is a
you
good-
We
Couldn't
haven't
get
even
through the
tried to
water.
get through the water at all. All we did was shove an orb in someone's
But what's
mouth
the
and then.
problem here? We're here shoving things into our mouths when we can just move the water? What the
You
heck?
haven't tried.
That's
We
why
went
I put the
immediately to
orb in my
shoving the
mouth.
orb in the mouth. That's what I was gonna try, but if you're gonna do this portal thing, I might get away. I might go give it some
I
fucking space.
like the portal idea. I
want
like
to
the
show
portal
everyone
idea.
up, but I got all these spells and I got to use them at some point.
Yeah, if there's anybody who knows, about leaving too much giving too much to the divine power, it's Papa Peter. So I'm gonna back the fuck up if he's opening a portal.
Are we doing the portal thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
why
I'm
yeah.
like
not?
out
You
of
heard
the
us,
way.
Brian. You heard us,
Okay.
Brian.
The old
I'm
man's
st-
scared.
Can I hide in the
setting up a
chest?
pole.
I'm gonna get behind
You
the
can
chest.
hide. You can hide in the storage of my hammer. Second
No,
layer
I
of the
don't want to be in
bunker.
there. Then I'm gonna get
If you're listening to
start-
audio,
gonna
I'm
hit
setting up.
stuff at
I'm
me.
setting up a Twitch poll right now, and I'm writing in the options: good portal and bad portal. I don't know what's gonna win, but I have my guess.
Well,
Would
just
I
know at home audience, there's no bad option because if a good thing happens, then it's good for us, and if it's a bad thing, then they deserve to be flooded, right?
Would I
So,
know with this
Wow.
portal and stuff, with my like knowledge, would I be able to sort of like when it opens, be like have some idea of what might be coming and prepare for it through like a
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I probably
yeah.
know a lot of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
planes and stuff from being a monk.
for sure.
Okay.
So we're currently tied, good portal, bad portal, in a dead heat.
Come on, chat. Do the right thing. Come on, you fucks.
You gotta. Do you reward this behavior, or do you?
Oh, it's still tied. Still tied.
Come on, let's go good portal, cause then it'll be more fun that way.
Bad portal just pulled ahead with a couple of seconds to go. They tied up
Oh.
again.
Oh, come on,
Oh,
you little
no.
bonkers.
It's tied.
Oh my
Just flip a coin.
God.
I think you just gotta flip a coin, or do whatever.
I-
like,
Is it
roll
a
d6.
neutral
Roll a
portal?
dice, odds evens.
Yeah, Carolyn, could you roll a d6 for me? Odds, it's the good portal. Evens, it's the bad portal.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
That's a 3. Nice. It's a good portal.
Is it?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because odds is good and bad evens is
So
bad.
now, but now we're killing good people.
So that's actually what I would like to do right now.
What?
Is as this portal
Flooding them.
opens, of like a halo of white light opens, like all this water like feeds into the portal. Could each of you please describe a scene from whatever this different plane is, and how they are affected by a sudden rush of water from out in the ether?
Do we have any like kind of what world it is, or we don't know at all?
I'm imagining it is some sort of fantasy metropolis.
Yeah, what's a good TV equivalent? It's like I feel like
Ooh.
it's a TV movie. Like we open up into like the Hallmark channel. Like so it's a
It's-
realm, it's TV, but they're all TV movies. And there's just like a million women like meeting, having meet cutes.
Meet cutes, some dramatic conversations with someone falling to their knees about how much they love the other.
Yeah.
And then so there's this there's a woman like dropping her stepkids off at school and then like going on to like have some drama, and she looks up and there's just one drop of rain that she sees at her feet, and then looks up and it's just a huge deluge, and then she just drowns and everyone drowns.
There's a small I mean, I guess whatever a hospital would be in this world, and the water rushes straight into the basement. This is a very kind of like tropical climate. Well, not tropical because that would rain a lot, but it's like a very arid climate, so they're not really prepared for a lot of rain. It's like LA, where they kind of freak
Mhm.
out if it rains.
Mhm.
And it shorts the generator, and everyone that is connected to that generator in the hospital passes away.
Yikes.
Um,
Eli, holy
it's
shit.
like in the Hallmark world, like there's like a movie called like A Christmas Tree for Christmas or whatever, and it's at the very end, and like the couple's getting together, and they're like, "I'm so happy it's Christmas," and that we'll get to spend every Christmas of the rest of our lives together. And like as they say that, a Christmas tree washes in sideways and impales straight through the two of them
Yeah.
as they're locking lips.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
And
Papa
that's,
Peter would like to pray for the souls of everyone that Tony just killed.
And that's how the film Waterworld begins.
Yeah. Kevin Costner gets
Canonically.
dreads, or whatever.
Awesome. Not awesome. Terrible. Truly terrible. However, so water is flushing into the portal, and that makes slipping into the next room easier, even though there are like gallons and gallons and gallons of water rushing. And as soon as I can reveal this area, because Roll20 will be my friend, maybe?
Whoa.
Gas.
Gyarados.
There's a huge, for podcast listeners, there is a huge dragon serpent on our screens all of a
There's
sudden.
a shiny Gyarados in the middle of the room. This is the Lake
Yeah.
of Rage.
yes.
So the room that you are now like swimming into, breaths held, is a tall chamber, like a couple of stories, maybe not quite stories, but many feet. It's tall. And it's filled with water, which is beginning to rush out, but it's feeding in from the top. And there is, of course, a giant serpent creature swimming throughout the room, probably excited about the food that has just entered. And there are, in different points throughout the room, sort of purple circular-shaped divots in the wall. And then to the east is to the west, there is a ledge that one could pull themselves up on and find a door.
I'm going to take the orb out of my mouth and put it back into the storage hammer. Because I feel like I realize what the orbs are for now.
Martin Gumphreys sees the big serpent monster and says, "It's looking to share 100% interest in us for dinner." And then, like, I don't know, he like turns into Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
So we got shark monster, or we've got serpent monster. We've got divots in the walls that are sort of hand-sized orb shaped, and a door that looks locked.
Born Truck's gonna see if he can communicate with the serpent monster and just go,
Oi, you looking to invest?
You are underwater, so that was more.
It just made this sonic drowning sound. That was all it was.
So what
I
do you do?
have another spell. If we're okay with the speak and spell, unleashing more terrors.
once I see that my words don't translate through the water at all, I look to you and like nod to do the speak and spell.
So Martin Gumphreys is like giving his pitch yet again, but no one can hear it because it's all just like blah blah blah. But he's saying like, now you're looking at me and thinking this guy's body isn't very powerful, but luckily I have the power of the speak and spell, which can allow me to swap bodies with something even more powerful than myself. I would like to cast a spell similar to, but legally distinct from body swap, to swap creatures with the serpent.
Great. What does it look like when when you cast a spell and your consciousness swaps with?
So my spell's called Hey Guy, I'm You. And it goes, I pull the cord and all the things were up, and it's underwater, you know, and it's still glugging, even though it's like a mechanical recording. It still sounds like it's glugging like a person's voice would. And it says something like 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. Hey there, guy, I'm you. And then you know, sparks and smoke, etc. And I don't know. I think it's funnier if we just switch places, so that the serpent is where I used to be, and Martin Gumphreys is now where the serpent used to be.
Like you don't actually occupy his body; it just swaps you.
Yeah, we just fully like materially switch our places and body. Well, I am in control of his body now, but
so your consciousnesses swap and so your bodies go to where your consciousnesses were.
Yes, there we
Yes,
go.
I see. Yeah, I like that too.
A stupid but important distinction.
Yes.
Great. So you are now in the body of this giant serpent creature. The serpent creature is in Martin's body, and it is flailing angrily and has one of the orbs that you need to open the door.
I also was gonna ask, this is just pure consciousness swap, right? Like, this doesn't know how to use the speak and spell, right?
No, I guess not.
No,
No.
I hope not. I really hope not.
I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I just gotta give like a weird thumbs up to whatever the fuck they're doing and just swim for the closest hole to put my orb in so I can be done.
Great. I need you to, Eli, I need you to make a dexterity check for me.
Okay.
And if you fail, you're going to take some HP damage because you are beginning to run out of breath.
I don't usually argue on this show, but I was gonna say I want to use I have a huge Constitution bonus from the thing. So
That's a great point. Constitution's a good. Nope, I like that.
Okay, I might not get over there, but I feel like what else am I gonna use Constitution for unless we get like gassed or something?
Yeah, that's fair. No, Constitution makes sense.
Dang, 11 for the Dex check.
So okay. So you are pretty close. So actually, I think that should get you there pretty fast. So you reach the little divot in the wall, and I'm assuming you would like to place an orb.
Yeah, let me place that shit.
Great. So you'll have to make another check to get over towards the door. But your orb is in.
Okay.
Carolyn, what do you do?
I'm also going to swim and put my orb in the closest orb to me. I'm trusting that this giant snake body can like wrest the orb from the dwarf and put the orb in there. So I'm gonna swim and try and put the orb in the socket.
Great. You're also going to make a dex check.
All right. Here we go. Dex check. That's a 13.
Great. You got it. You're
okay, great. I also have +3 to dex, so 16.
great. You got it. You're in orb into the slot. Martin, you are currently in the body of a giant snake creature. And the giant snake creature is in your body and is currently carrying your speak and spell and the orb and is thrashing wildly.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's that.
Trying to
I was
breathe, probably.
I was kind
right.
of hoping that the
What happens
that
if his
the-
body dies?
If one body dies, the other dies as well.
You're in trouble,
Oh.
dude.
So how long does this last
That
for?
shit doesn't know how to swim. A human.
This is true.
About
I,
a little over an hour, Carolyn.
Whoa.
yeah, I was kind of hoping that like my teammates here would kind of do me a solid and get the purple ball from
Carolyn's
my
wasn't
original
Carolyn
body.
going over there? Or you changed your mind?
No, I went to I just put mine in. I was trusting him
Okay.
to have a plan to take care of it, but guess not.
Yeah, I kind of thought that maybe I would just like wrestle my dwarf body with my giant snake body up to the air if there is air to be had in this room, so that it doesn't die, and that somebody strong and good can come get that ball and put it in the ball hole.
Tony, I need you to make a
Yes.
Constitution check for your dwarf body.
Okay.
Am I on my way to the
right.
platform? I forget.
You could be.
Okay.
We haven't decided yet.
All right.
Bitch, I might be.
My constitution is
I'm
+3.
I'm also I'm gonna roll the d6 to see if my Constitution went away.
Right.
Thing. Okay, I keep it. So
Whew.
I'm still +6 con.
You're good.
Getting a constitution roll now for Martin Guthrie's body. And it is I can't tell that a 2 or 20.
That's a
It's-
2.
That was a 2.
Okay. Oh, that's a 5. It's +3, you know. So.
Your fleshy dwarf form is going to take 3 damage.
Okay. Well, that's fun. That's from the water. That's from me crushing my body a little too hard when I grab it.
Tony, you went a little robot there.
I think that's from him crushing it too hard.
Yeah.
I was asking, is it from me crushing my body too hard that I damage?
I got none of that.
I like the RP that we're
It's from
underwater,
crushing
'cause
the
this
body
is-
as you try to take him to the surface. That's what I believe. Tony's
Cool.
face is now frozen in
great.
an
The best
incredible.
freeze face Tony. Oh my god, somebody screenshot that right away, please.
Real fast, while we figure that out, I want to say thanks to
I'll be right
Dr.
back.
Mollusk for the Prime subscription. Subscribe for 7 months. We really appreciate it. Hey, by the way, you might have a Prime subscription that you not even know it. And hey, we appreciate it.
Yeah, it'll be right up at the top right of your Twitch screen. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Prime sub every month. You can use on anybody, including us.
Hey. Great. So, Tony, I think you're back. What was the ultimate goal?
Oh yeah, no, I was just asking whether I had done that damage to my own body or not. The
that
ultimate
was to
goal
your
is
dwarf
to-
body, yes.
Yeah. My ultimate goal is just to get myself above water so that my demise was not imminent. And then that somebody could lend a hand, Eli. I'm
Okay,
asking you
over
because
there.
Carolyn's not around at all.
I'm swimming over there.
I'm back. I'm back.
Save me.
Are you out of the
Great,
water? I'm waiting to. Yeah, then I'll swim over.
No, he's still in the water.
Once my orb is in, I'd like to go over and try and get his. Once I see that there's a struggle going on, I'd like to get his orb and place it in the door. Orb hole.
Great. I'm gonna say make a Constitution check, and that's for the time it takes to swim over, grab it.
That's a nat 20 again.
Nat 20. You get it. You wrestle it out of his hands, leave him drifting in the water.
Hell yeah.
And are able to push the orb into the divot into the wall. There is a loud, satisfying kerchunk noise, indicating that the door has been unlocked. And let's see, everyone who would like to swim to the basically to the surface, to the door, can make a Constitution check to do so.
I'd like to try. Is he saving his own dwarf body? Are you, Tony? Are you saving your dwarf
He's
body?
trying to. It sounds like.
Yeah. Can I swap back or I'm like stuck?
You can swap back. You can end the spell.
Can you
Okay.
hold on
I'm
until
gonna
I get out of the water?
Yeah, wait till we're all out.
I'll wait for a good moment, and I want to find like fling my body up the door. Kind of like a Pixar movie, like a fish.
Yeah.
Throw it out of the water and slap it with itself.
Yeah.
Basically, the same thing in the mid-air swap, so that may propel towards safety by the time that I swap back.
I think we got about half of that, but I think
I
we
think I
all
was able to
understand the
translate it,
gist.
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, my understanding is he's trying to grab his body, sling it out to the surface, and then switch air.
Yeah.
Is that it? Great.
Yes.
Great. So everyone who's making it to the surface
Yeah.
can make a Constitution check.
The 14 plus 16. Dirty 20. I mean, 14 plus 6.
Dirty 20. Eli, you make it to the shore and pull yourself up out of the water. Carolyn, you want to go next?
Yep. Let's go. That is a 15.
Born
plus-
Truck also manages to swim to shore, pulling himself up. Let's
with
see.
I'd like to say I pull myself up with. I pull out a medium size. I opened up the bonker and pull out a medium-sized hammer and pull myself up with that.
Right.
I'm going to just check my potion. Still working. Great.
Still working. Great. And Tony, I'm now going to need you to make a dexterity check to whip your body.
Okay. I'm rolling, and that's a 5, baby.
Oh my
it's a
God.
good.
Man.
Unfortunately,
do
you're
you,
going to take.
you have any plus to dex or anything?
It's
I don't
not going to
know.
be
Does
enough.
the serpent body have a plus to Dex? It's got like a plus 20 to Dex. Is that what you said earlier, Brian?
Nah, it's not.
It
It's
also
not
has
gonna be
no
enough.
hands.
Yeah, but it's got like a really big tail.
So it manages to whip your dwarf body up, and you manage to re-perform the body swap, but you take 2 damage in the meantime.
Okay.
Smacking
I can
into the
live with
fucking
that.
wall.
His polo shirt becomes untucked, and he's like really embarrassed, and he's like bleeding from the forehead as he tries to tuck his shirt back in. It's like it's pretty classy.
So you step into past the door that you opened up into this chamber where just a sad stream of confetti falls down.
Yeah.
Just like yay!
Yay.
And suddenly you all begin to glow, and you are summoned back into the Shark Tank. In the stadium, surrounded once again by these shark men on giant thrones. And now chat is going to decide who among you was sort of the MVP, the most worth in investing in by the shark gods. The winner will get 1 point. And we'll keep track of that throughout this campaign.
And we have 2 more episodes in this campaign, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking for a valuation of 1 point for nothing at all in return, really. But like this, you know, like you'll be really satisfied that you voted for me.
I would like to use my last action to do like a cool spin presentation move using my +6 charisma to the sharks, like a little pirouette and like a ta-da. Please consider that in your votes.
So the poll is now up. Tony is currently leading dramatically.
As my last action, I'd like to take a walnut out of my pocket, an unshelled walnut, hold it up to the beholder eye tentacles, put it on the ground, take out not the smallest hammer, but like 3 hammers bigger than the smallest hammer, and tap the nut and crack it and take out the walnut meat and eat it and be like, ah?
Why would you crack an unshelled walnut?
To get the walnut meat inside.
If it's unshelled, it's already out, right?
No, it's in the shell.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's like flammable and
Isn't
inflammable.
unshelled the same as?
Shut up! No, it's like flammable and inflammable.
A couple seconds left, and it is a close race. Wow, Carolyn and Tony are tied. So I'm just gonna give 1 point to both Martin and Born Truck.
I'm just happy.
The sharks.
Yeah.
Papa Peter's like, very nice.
But we are still yet to see who the Sharks choose as their great immortal champion, and we'll help find that out next time. Guys, this is TV&D. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. Thank you everyone who watched live. Thank you everyone listening on our podcast, which is available where you get podcasts. Hey, check us out on Twitter. Check us out on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, down below, there's a link to our Discord. And is there anything else? Anything I'm missing?
I don't think so.
Nothing.
Friends.
Just
Word of
Martin
mouth.
Gumphreys is crying that anyone finally believes in his product for the first time after decades. Just a single tear, and he's like really happy that it's mixed in with the water from the serpent tank, so no one can see his weakness.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody. We'll be back next week with more silly Shark Tank adventures. We'll see you then.
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.